So let's start with radio button project by selecting new project. Select the type of application, empty views activity, radio button project. Yeah, just keep your student ID number in the middle area of the package name. So we'll receive basic Android application with just one text view in the middle. Just make sure that application is runnable before provide any modification. You just press run and test it. Yeah, as soon as application successfully finished, we can go and modify our layout. So in our layout, we would probably first of all delete text view. And we start working with the buttons. And for the radio buttons, first of all, we need to drag and drop a radio group to the layout. And after that, inside radio group, we have to drag and drop button. So it's important to drag and drop button inside a radio group using a component tree like that. And you see inside radio group vertical, we see a radio button 1, and we add 2 more buttons. Radio button 2 and a radio button 3. So yeah, let's again run the app and see what happened. So project is launching on the device, and you see that these buttons move to the left upper corner. So why it's happened? If you read here this warning, the missing constraints in constraint layout, basically it's explaining the view is not constrained. It's only has design time positions, so it will jump to 0, 0 at runtime unless you add the constraints. Yeah, so this is what we're going to fix right now. We want a radio group to be, let's say, at this position. Can move it. We can attach it to the left. We can attach it to the bottom side. We can attach it to the right side, and we can attach it to the left side. In 4 constraints, and make sure the buttons right now will be at fixed position. And run again. So yeah, right now we achieve our result as shown in this application. We can switch to the code and see how code is organized in this case. So we have a radio group as the parent container for the all 3 buttons inside. So this is where a radio group is open, and this is where a radio group is closed, and the buttons. So probably it's a good idea right now to rename the button to the text and the ID, so they will be know what we're doing. So let's make the first radio button, for example, orange ID. And text will be orange. The second button will be red ID. It will be here red. And the same for the last one. Let's make it dark ID, and will be dark. So let's switch to design. So we rename IDs for the button, orange ID for the button 1 and the text orange, red ID with the button 2 and with the text red, and dark ID with the ID dark ID with the text dark. So all this information can be visible here in XML when you see the red button orange. with ID, button red with ID, and button dark. The next step is will be done in Kotlin file, main activity. So first of all, we need to identify the buttons by ID. So far, we're doing this using find new by ID. Let's start with button orange. Value orange B will be of type radio button. Find new by ID r.id.orange ID. The same we do for value red button. It will be of type radio button. Find new by ID r.id.red ID. And finally, it will be a dark button. Since these three buttons independent, so we can select only one button per time. So we need to write a listener for the radio group as a whole. So in this case, we will create value for the radio group. It will be of type radio group. RID dot radio group. So we have attached listener to the radio group. So we will type radio group variable dot. We will try to find set on checked change listener. There is three of them. I would suggest to create the third one on set on checked listener with group and checked ID. Double click. And you see inside we're going to be have parameters group and check ID. Inside we'll be checking which ID is checked. So ID could be checked orange, red, or dark. Inside we're going to check ID. So if checked ID is equal to, let's say, r.id. Orange B, orange ID. So in this case, we will set up the toast make text. This is three arguments for toast. Will be this. Then will be just say orange, and we have to create a constant length short in this case, and don't forget to show. Okay. So the same we're going to do for the next for the red and dark. I'll copy this and make just changes to make it a little bit faster. So if check ID is r dot red, it will be red. And the last one will be dark. The last change for dark ID, and the text will be dark. All right, let's run the project and see how the button process will work. Pressing orange, get toast orange. Pressing red will correspondingly show red, and pressing dark will be red, dark. All right, so it was brief instructions how to process radio group and radio buttons. Additionally to that, it will be required to change color for the layout according to the button selection, orange, red, dark. I will show you how to do this for orange. So first of all, go to colors and add the color for orange color. So this is actually will be easy to find out what is the color orange in hexadecimal. And create this variable. So probably you have black and white, and you got orange here. Then the next, we want to change color for the entire layout. For this case, you need to assign ID for the layout. Actually, this is layout compartment, and this is ID. In my case, it's add plus ID slash root. Then go back to main activity and initialize a layout using variable, in this case of type constraint layout. This find new by ID r.id.root. So once we have this ID, we can, for example, go to the orange selection, make a compound statement, and do the change for the layout color. So in this case, we will write main layout. So instead of set background color, we are using set background resource r dot color dot, and we select orange. So how do you know the orange was selected properly? In the left corner, you would see here the display for the orange box. Right, so let's run the project. And select orange. Yeah, so orange color was selected for entire background. So the same you have to do for red and for dark. I hope you can do it individually in the same way like in this video it was done for orange. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks a lot.